Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm glad to welcome you to my new video about Batumi. I've already checked into the hotel. I won't really do a full room tour, but I'll show you the view. Actually, why not? I'll do a room tour. Here's the hotel, the bathroom, the desk. Here's my bed where I'm lying right now. Laptop, all that stuff. And here's the way out to the city. This is the little balcony waiting for me here. And this is the view from my hotel. There's the sea, such a nice area. The weather is absolutely wonderful today, not rainy at all. I truly think it's going to be beautifully sunny and incredibly comfortable throughout the day. So I'm genuinely excited to show you around the charming city of Batumi. We'll leisurely walk through all the fascinating sights, carefully observe everything that's here. I'll personally show you the bustling streets, the cozy cafes, and how the friendly locals and diverse expats live their daily lives here. And I think this episode is going to be awesome, so make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, ring the bell, and let's go check out Batumi. Batumi, the pearl of the Black Sea and the main resort of Adjara. The history of this city goes back centuries. It was first mentioned as far back as the 4th century BC, and today it's a modern tourist center. Batumi is famous for its promenade, one of the longest in Europe. Delicious Adjarian cuisine, a subtropical climate, and an amazing combination of mountain landscapes and the sea. This is a city of palm trees, skyscrapers, old streets, and new experiences. Welcome to Batumi, a city where East meets West, and every guest becomes part of this unique atmosphere. Well, for you, as always, just a couple of seconds have passed, but I've already done some work, went to a workout and had breakfast. Now I'm heading out to the Batumi promenade. And now we're going to explore the surroundings together, and then we'll head to an event. Which event exactly, you'll find out a bit later. In fact, to that very event. I couldn't go to the event in sportswear, so I had to dress up a bit. Now we're heading to the Japanese garden. We means you and me, I'm here alone. We're heading to the Japanese garden, taking a walk through Europe Square, and we'll see what's there. We've reached the Batumi promenade. I don't think this is the main area, but as far as I know, it's very long here. Right here, it really has that full-on resort vibe. I'm filming this video in September. There are a lot of these kinds of sports grounds here, and people are working out. I arrived here pretty late yesterday, I don't know, probably closer to midnight, and even then people were exercising on the grounds. At night, there are a ton of places open here, and I managed to have dinner at midnight. Actually, I had dinner right here, by the way. I can't say I really loved it, but there weren't many options. But fortunately, if you come here at night, you can get something to eat at any time, and that's pretty cool. By the way, for those who are interested, it's actually early September right now, and this time is considered the velvet season in Batumi. There aren't as many tourists anymore, the beaches are empty, but the weather is still warm, and it's really great, perfect for relaxing. And now I've just reached the beach. I don't know if this is a popular swimming area, but the beach is almost empty. Today, I wouldn't say it's cold or hot. Overall, the weather is fine, about 25 degrees. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and as you can see on the beach, it's absolutely quiet. There are literally just a few people relaxing here and hardly anyone else around. Overall, it actually feels like there are a lot of people in Batumi. Because yesterday, when I arrived here, I spent about 40 minutes looking for a parking spot. In the end, I was told that you can park anywhere, it's normal here. So I parked the car near the hotel and left it there, and now I'm just walking everywhere. I wouldn't say it's super comfortable to get around by car here, so I chose to use my own 2 feet as transportation. The city's main pride is the famous Batumi promenade. It stretches for more than 7 kilometers and is considered one of the most beautiful on the Black Sea. Here you can stroll among palm trees, ride bicycles, enjoy the sunset views, and admire modern art installations. And the development here, of course, is really massive. I see the Hilton Hotel over there. I tried to book it, but there were no available rooms. Marriott, same story, no rooms available, but I managed to find a hotel between them and check in there. Overall, it's a pretty decent little hotel with a good selection. There are a lot of options here, but people often complain that you can end up in some kind of high-rise ant farm and have to wait there. The elevator can take 20 to 30 minutes, as far as I know. That's what they say about the Orbi complex or something like that. So I avoided it and everything nearby. Plus I stayed away from the area near the airport, which is why I made my choice. I chose this area for myself and so far I haven't regretted it. It's quite beautiful here. It's nice to take a walk and it's comfortable too. There are shady spots, sunny areas, trees all around. It's lovely. So this is actually the first location I wanted to reach. It's called the Japanese Garden. Well, I won't comment that I've seen Japanese gardens that are, better, but it's worth noting that they have one here. It's cool that in so many countries they honor traditions and create Japanese gardens. I don't even know how many countries this makes where I've seen a Japanese garden already, but at the very least they had them in Argentina and the Dominican Republic too. So, as far as I understand, this little arch here is what makes it a Japanese garden. There are a lot of cherry blossom trees planted here. And there's this beautiful little bridge. Usually these ponds are full of all sorts of beautiful fish swimming around, but for some reason there aren't any here. And we'll keep going and reach Freedom Square. And honestly, the architecture is really impressive. Batumi? You can tell a lot of money is being invested here because at least the area along the promenade is done really nicely. It's clean and beautiful, no trash around. There's hardly any, and the buildings are magnificent. Here it feels like designers have worked on every single corner. Just take a look. I'm slowly making my way to Freedom Square, and you can see that everything here is done in a more European style. These buildings actually remind me a bit of the Recoleta district in Buenos Aires. It's really cool. Yeah, I've actually reached Freedom Square now. It's just a totally different vibe, honestly. Seriously, I think they have these in every country except Russia. I've reached Freedom Square, and honestly, here too there's this super European vibe going on. It's cool how everything is built pretty much on top of each other, like everything's close together. Freedom Square, the heart of Batumi, one of the city's most recognizable places. Here, history meets modernity. Around the square, there are buildings in eclectic, neo-Gothic and Art Nouveau styles, which makes it feel like a little Europe, right on the shore of the Black Sea. The central feature of the square is a column with a statue of Medea, the heroine of ancient Greek myths, holding the golden fleece in her hands. This symbol highlights the region's rich history and its connection to ancient Colchis. Today, Freedom Square is not only an architectural landmark, but also a place for gatherings, concerts, and celebrations that every visitor to the city wants to experience. Listen, well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to offend the architects who designed these areas, but it feels like they just wanted to cram as many different things, landmarks, and so on into one small spot as possible. Because as you walk, there's not much space, and it feels like everything is stacked on top of each other here. And you're literally moving from one landmark, from one location to another. And this little area you see here, that's basically all there is. And the concentration is just enormous. But again, that's just my subjective opinion based on what I've seen right now. Honestly, I walked for so long and so diligently, making my way to the landmark called the Ali and Nino sculpture. And in the photos it looked huge. I thought it was this really massive structure because it's marked on the map and it's quite popular. But when I arrived, it was just some area where people ride jet skis, drive around on. There are all sorts of water tours here, as far as I can tell, and overall it's a super touristy area. Everyone seems to be heading off somewhere, but I don't plan on going anywhere from here. There's a Ferris wheel for those who are interested. And here it is, the very sculpture I came here for. The statue. Ali and Nino, one of the most touching and famous symbols of Batumi. These two enormous figures, a man and a woman, slowly move toward each other, merge into one, and then separate again. Every day, without words, it tells the love story of Ali, an Azerbaijani Muslim, and Nino, a Georgian Christian whose fates were divided by war and culture. The sculpture, created by artist Tamara Kvesitadze, symbolizes the power of love that overcomes all boundaries, religious, cultural, and even physical. I'm leaving this area now because I have to go to a meeting. So the enjoyable walk ended quite abruptly, and now after that we are indeed heading off to eat some delicious food and then attend a mini conference. How exactly should I put it? Well, let's definitely go and experience it. Actually, I was planning to film the beautiful Batumi at night, but we've already passed by all the beautiful spots. Honestly, I wanted to film, but I really don't see anything here that I haven't already filmed or that would make me go, damn, wow. Wow, this is something everyone has to see. Basically, Batumi is a wonderful city to come to, hang out in cafes, eat and drink your fill, and just forget about everything. It's really great if you want to see or check out something, but there's nothing like that here. There's a straight promenade here, which I've already filmed entirely during the day. And that's it. By the way, we've just arrived at the old town, as far as I understand. The Europe Square seems to be just on the right here. I'm saying that Batumi is a boring city and you should only come here to drink in the summer, that's all.
Well, first of all, it's always summer here. It's not always summer here. Fun summer. The sand here is just the coolest.
There's Dub Dog here.
And everyone from Tbilisi comes to Batumi to hang out.
As someone who has been to Batumi and lives in Tbilisi, I can say that Tbilisi is the best.
As someone who has lived in both places for 3 years, I can tell you that you're wrong. There's a gorgeous bridge, and right behind it is the fish market. It's a very popular place in Batumi, you know.
No. Tell me, what's popular there? My moment to shine. Yeah, go ahead, tell us. The fish market.
So what's the deal with the fish market? You go there, it's a fish market, and right in front of you, they catch the fish, sell it right there. You buy your own fish, then you go to a restaurant, the one you choose. They
can cook it for you. They
cook it right there. I think that's the only kind of fish they cook there. It's cool that you get to choose what they cook for you, but of course there's no guarantee they're actually cooking what you pick. Because you gave them your fish doesn't guarantee anything. And all sorts of shrimp and stuff. You buy all that yourself too and bring it in. It's really beautiful there, right on the river. I meant to say, what's it called? On the sea. It's right on the sea. What is it called really? Putzterol. That's what it's called. Grow up big.
Guys.
Remind me of the word.
I don't know. How am I supposed to remind you? I don't know.
Anyway, right in the middle of the sea, there's this...
A lighthouse, maybe? No? A big board. A breakwater. And I hope...
It's a restaurant.
Probably. Tears, I got it.
The woman.
Here we're just passing by the fish market. You go deeper in there. And there are all sorts of little restaurants where you can get something to eat. I'm saying when I watched other episodes... They don't talk much about Batumi itself. They talk a lot, yes, about the surrounding areas. And I saw that from here there are all sorts of excursions to the mountains, to the fields, I don't know, horseback riding, whatever you want, wine tours. There are a lot of hikes here. But in this episode, Vedmina, I wanted to show Batumi itself, the city itself, and what life is like here. And separately about Georgia, about, I don't know, all the regions, like Kutaisi, where else are we going? No, we're not going to Kutaisi. It's a small town. There's nothing to do there. They're already... Needs to be cut out.
No, but it's historic. Like, it's gorgeous there. Yeah, all those churches are there. All those... Basically, it's almost untouched there. The city, it stayed exactly as it was built. There are only so many... I just really don't like that kind of thing. You know, all those memorial things. It's just really boring for me. I actually like it when things are super modern. And that's why I notice it later. Big Tbilisi is like that too. Boring, of course, but I'm saying that it's also not, well, kind of halfway, how do I put it? Not modernized.
Well,
in the portal of the Okesa?
Yeah, as they say. As someone who lives in Tbilisi, I'll say it's cool. I left breakfast at a place someone recommended to me, and right outside I was suddenly greeted by a building that looks like the Colosseum. Look at what it looks like. There's some kind of little restaurant here. Another one, very beautiful, with big tall buildings. And here's this interesting structure. I think it's worth walking over and taking a closer look at what it is. There's also some unfinished buildings standing right nearby. It's called Copacabana. I think there was a beach with that name in the Dominican Republic. I guess it's probably a hotel or a restaurant. In general, there's a lot to see and plenty of places to walk around in Batumi. A lot has been done here. You can really feel that a lot of money is being invested. And I suppose this is happening on a regular basis. And people who have lived here for a long time told me that just 3 or 4 years ago, this place was basically a village. And what they've built now is just a world of difference. I've arrived at the final stop on this journey. This is the embankment, and at the end of this road, there will be a wonderful monument of a slipper with eggs. And a lot of people joke around and say, I'm at the slipper with eggs, and they have fun with it. I think it's pretty obvious that this was the idea behind the monument. Now I'm going to walk over to it and definitely show it to you. It's already 6 p.m. here. The embankment, of course, is empty. It's windy. There's a pleasant breeze outside. The weather is as comfortable as it gets. I think September is actually the perfect time to visit Batumi because there really aren't many people here. And the weather is very comfortable for walking around. Pretty warm t-shirts. Polo shirts, pants. I've been dressed like this for 3 days now and I feel good, comfortable. So September is just perfect in this regard. Well, here it is, the legendary spot I told you about. These are the sights we deserve, really. They're marked as one of the key attractions of Batumi, so I just had to show it to you. And on this wonderful note, I'm going to wrap up my video about Batumi. I realize this episode turned out not to be very long, but after all, this is a beach resort city where you come to swim in the sea, visit great restaurants, eat delicious food, and just enjoy churchkela, corn, kachapuri, and all the hospitality that Georgia has to offer you. So, if you were wondering whether to fly to Batumi or not, definitely go. No other pebbly beach will give you as much pleasure. Is the sandy beaches at most resorts? Yes, but there are other advantages here. It's very beautiful, there are bright lights, and at night the buildings are lit up incredibly beautifully. The people here are pleasant, the food is insanely delicious, so you can confidently come here. Thank you for watching this episode. I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. There will be a lot more interesting things here. Bye.